Obviously, life changes for Foo Fighters when you're touring the world, and since becoming fathers, has that changed the way that you go about writing your music?
You know, I remember there was, I think maybe it was the 6th record where we all started having kids. We were doing press and interviews for it, and someone said, well, what's this album about? What's the story behind this album? And we're like, well, we've become fathers. And they're like, boring. But, I mean, that's the least rock and roll thing ever. But honestly, I remember for years I always thought, well, once this music thing ends, then I'll sort of, get to normal life and have a family. And then after a while I thought, wait, this is real life, and those two things can happen together. It's great. I mean, our kids think we're dads, and then we'll come out and play gigs and stuff. They'll even watch us play and think like, what a bunch of dads, It seems perfectly normal and natural to us, I think, just because this is our life, But it's fun being a parent, I think.
And you work hard, you're up early. Does the lack of sleep that comes with babies help with that? You're kind of thinking, well, I'm up at 7 a.m. rather than
Well, I think we've been jet lagged for 20 years, so sleep is relative. How much sleep do you really need? Some people need to sleep like 8 hours a night.
Like our wives.
Are these things on? Check, too.
That's a big hit. 8 hours sleep.
You have to talk to twos. Chris, are you the most tatted member of Foo Fighters?
I don't. It might be Dave. He's gotten a couple.
Dude,
of
I don't have what you have.
It's Chris.
This is covering up like some Russian prison business.
The best one, and this goes back to the kids thing. My kid's favorite tattoo that I have anywhere on my body is the one inside my leg.
Oh, what does it say?
What does it say? Gimme?
Should say that one.
That's not on the articulation.
They just like watching you do that.
Yeah.
That's nice. That hurt.
It did. Yeah, I was going to say.
You know that, right?
Yeah. Anybody that listens to this goes like, oh, my tattoo didn't even hurt. They're just trying to be a tough guy. They all hurt. I don't care where they are.
I'm impressed. You know from videos as well, from Foo Fighters. Is there one video that you got particular fond memories of filming?
A friend of mine actually just recently sent me a link to the video we made for next year. It was not long after I joined the band, and I had honestly kind of forgotten about that video completely. And my friend sent it to us. It's such a great little time capsule. We all look like we're 13 years old. It's like it's like the last high production, super expensive video that we probably ever.
We decided it was kind of the end of the record business.
Yeah.
Because we used to
like Forrest Gump.
$800,000 to make a video for
they would
something
give
like
us
what happens.
insane amounts of money to make videos back then, and that was just part of the deal. Here's $500,000 for your 3rd single for a video. We're like, okay.
And we shot it up at Universal Studios, which I'd never done it. I don't know if you guys had ever been on that kind of set before, but I was just like, wow.
Video was so hilariously funny. That's even just making the video. Like before we'd even seen anything on playback, we just looked so ridiculous in all the costumes, and the director was a friend, so we were basically just trying to make our friend who was directing laugh. And that still to this day, I'll get on an airplane and I'll see a flight attendant and they'll look at me like
stage winning awards as well. Is there a secret that you could tell any future award winners watching right now?
My father was a speechwriter.
Oh, really?
A political speechwriter. And my mother was a public speaking teacher.
No pressure.
So one thing that I've learned, first of all, you have to practice your articulation drills. Make sure that you can talk about something specific for a long period of time without interrupting yourself by saying or like. The best thing to do when having to make a speech is you write a speech and then you keep it in your pocket.
Keep it in your pocket just in case.
Keep it in your pocket, because otherwise you look like a MTV.
fascination with TV talent shows? I hear you're not a fan, Dave.
I appreciate the entertainment aspect of song contest shows. I just worry sometimes that kids imagine that that's the only way that you can become a musician or become a successful musician. Because to me, the idea that it's, first of all, that it's a contest. Music is not a contest. It's just not. And I don't think that someone should say, you are better than that person, or you're not good enough to do this, or something, because everybody has their own voice. If someone told me, like, you'll never become a singer because you're just not a trained vocalist and you don't do it well, I might not have started this band. And I
fired that producer, actually. We got rid of him and we got someone else.
I think it's important for people to realize that as much as that's fun to watch and it's entertaining, that there is an option, which is going and grabbing an old instrument and writing what you feel and singing the way you sound and appreciating that, because that's good enough. Because if everybody sounded the same, or if everybody, sang the way these 4 people expected them to sing, well, there wouldn't be much diversity, would there?
It would be pretty boring. Are there any new artists that you're excited about at the moment that you're listening to on the tour bus?
Everyone's really getting into the royal blood thing now, especially for a rock band to become so popular. It's really exciting. It doesn't happen too much these days.
And you like what you hear from Royal Blood?
They're badass. They're great, man.
The real deal, definitely. Foo Fighters, thank you so much for your time today. It's been interesting to hear about the new record. Good luck with it. Brilliant.
That was another great interview.